Morning all, I'm Johnny B and welcome to Sunny Coast Celtic episode 47. Well, what can I say about that start? Not the greatest, was it? I must say, when the new manager came in, I was a bit kind of apprehensive, and just the way that Martin O'Neill had went for the last 5 or 6 weeks, and it was always a worry that somebody's coming into these 3 hard games. I didn't really expect that tonight. I didn't expect him to change the team so quickly. I thought he might have felt his way in, started off with a 4-3-3 and maybe changed it if it wasn't going his way. But he come in and completely changed the whole system. The players were all over the place tonight. They didn't know what to do. I thought maybe, see the first 20 minutes, I'm thinking, okay, this is all right. We've got it going forward here. We've got a good midfield. But after that first 20 minutes, 20 or 30, it was a really tough watch for the rest of the game. I thought at the back, the 3 of them just looked uncomfortable. I thought Big Trusty, especially, he's not comfortable on that right side. And I would say he was the guy that had the most touches in that whole game. The ball kept going to him. They were happy to give him the ball because they knew that he wasn't going to do it, and he wasn't making any busting runs into the middle, because you can't really do that with a back 3. So he was trying to get away, and it was just pedestrian. And I felt sorry for him, because I'm thinking he just doesn't look comfortable there. As I say, first 20 minutes I thought, nah, we're all right, we've got a hold of this, but there was so many as our form out of the game, stray passes. We wanted to take that extra touch when we didn't need it. I must say, Dyson should have scored that second one. The first one comes through to him pretty quickly and is kind of off balance. Not a great shot with his left foot. But the second one, Tanecti's done brilliant, played him in. He's took a touch. He should have left it to Benji. Benji's natural left foot, he's just about to hit it, and Dyson snapped at it, and he's obviously fluffed it, but he's got to leave that to Benji. But I think if we score that, it's a different game. We settle down. But once Hearts scored their first goal, and that was a calamity at the back and all, was it? People's just leaving each other. Calmac gets beat too easy, and then he finishes well. So after that, you're thinking, right, okay, just calm down, we'll be all right. But we just panicked after that. It was like, when you go to McDonald's and there's all new people starting, you ask for your meal, and they're all over the place. People keep coming in, so it gets busier and busier, and they start panicking. You can't get your order, it's all rang, there's no drink. That's what it was like. It was all over the fucking place. There was no organisation. Nobody knew what they were doing. But Brother Wilford's sitting there playing chess. I don't know what the fuck he's doing with that board. Just get your tactics out. He spent more time on that board than talking to the guys beside him. Now, I don't know about his team. Never done a lot of research into it, but the old guy was sitting beside him that used to play for West Brom, he looks like he's past his sell-by date. You had all young guys in there, Maloney, Fotheringham, McManus. Now all of a sudden we've got nobody. We've got guys that are older than Danny McGrain running the show there. I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's just a bad one-half game, I don't know, but they didn't give me any confidence when I was sitting there watching him today. Even he's shouting to Callum McGregor. Callum McGregor didn't have a clue what was going on. He's running back and forward. Instead of fucking playing the game, he's there and he's giving him instructions on his chessboard. Right, your move, my move. Get rid of that board, mate, get that. But at half-time, I get it. Go through the board at half-time, but you can't start pulling players off and going, look at this is how I want to do it. And even the Celtic players were in blue. Does he get it? Have green markers. He's got blue markers. Fucking hell. Has they no read up in the history of Celtic? I mean, to me that was a disaster tonight. Hearts could have scored 3, at least 3. Don't get me wrong, we could have scored another. That header for Engels, he's got to bury that. It was a great save for the keeper, but he's got to bury it. And then we score with a minute to go. I just don't get it. We looked all over the place. Midfield looked all over the place. Maida's run about up there like heedless Stewart. Doesn't know what he's doing. I just couldn't believe the fact that he kept shouting the players there, and he was right on to Callum McGregor all the time. You could hear him shouting, "Callum, come here!" And he had to keep running there to see what. We shouldn't be doing that. You should know what you're doing when you go out in the park. And then if it's not working, change it. Go to a back four. I just don't get it. Celtic didn't look good tonight, didn't look comfortable. As I say, for 20 minutes it looked like, we're okay, we're on easy street here. But that's gave me a wee bit of a fright now. We've got Roma at home next, then we'll get the cup final. People will be watching that tonight going, if you go a goal up against Celtic, they panic. They don't know what they're doing. Man, how many times were we in the midfield? Hatate was awful tonight. How many times did he give the ball away? I don't get it. They all looked like they didn't know what they were doing. And I think Brother Wilfred's changed it too quick. As I say, he should have went with his 4-3-3 and then jingled it a wee bit. But nah, no way what he done tonight. That was a disaster. And I'm not too worried that could be the league or whatever. It's only one game, a difference in it. We've got a game in hand, so it's all right. We'll claw it back, but we wanted to put a marker down the night, and I think we've went back the way. And I don't know if he's going to persevere with that. We can't keep playing Trusty on the right when he's left-footed. Scalesy in the middle panicked a wee bit because he was on his own. He needs a bit of help in there. And Kieran Tierney was kind of, I know he scored the goal, but never done a lot for me. He was too busy trying to defend. So if the midfield would have stepped up and had Mary the ball and made the killer passes early. How many times in the first half did we get the ball front of goal and we were trying to make that last pass instead of having a crack? It was all pedestrian. I don't know if he's told them to do that or they thought I'll have one more pass. And every time we got to the byline, we cut it back to a Hearts player. Just look up. There was players all over the place. When Kieran Tierney cut that ball back in the second half, there was players everywhere. He's obviously not looked up. He's just put it in the box, hoping that somebody gets on the end of it. But I don't know what else to say tonight. I don't think anybody really had 100% pass marks. That's the first time I've looked at McGregor and thought, he doesn't know what he's doing out there. That was the most uncomfortable I've seen Calmac. And I think if he gets home tonight and talks to his missus or whatever, he'll be going, I don't know what the hell happened out the other day. The manager's got us all over the place. And as I say, I looked at him on the bench, looked at the way he was conducting himself, and I don't know. I hope I'm really wrong, but I don't get a good feeling about this. I think the board, or whoever's chosen him, has maybe made a bad choice. And I don't want to bury the guy after one game, but tonight to come in against Hearts, you're going top of the league tonight, to change it all, make the players really feel uncomfortable. And even the players, you could see they were getting frustrated with each other. And Martin O'Neill had built up a good rapport there. All the players were getting on with each other. It wasn't stunning football, but we were winning games. We knew how to win. And I think we've went 3 or 4 steps back since Brother Wilfred's come in. I don't know what happened at training, but the coaching staff, they don't give me the most confident feeling. And I seriously hope I'm wrong, but that was awful tonight. I don't know what else to say. I think all we can do is go, right, what do we do for the Roma game? Because he's going to come under scrutiny after that tonight. And I think the players will be the first to they'll be looking at each other going, fuck, what was he trying to do tonight? I don't get it. And then we're about 15 minutes to go, the fans are starting to walk out. I've never seen that as bad as that. Even at 2-0, I thought we could get back, maybe, but we didn't change anything. We were uncomfortable on the ball. Final ball was shit, and our finishing was awful as well. I don't know what to say. I can't say any more about that. All I can say is I hope that something changes for Thursday night against Roma. And the window, the January window, who are we going to get in? I don't know who this guy's going to bring in. I'm just uncomfortable with the whole thing. Martin O'Neill's probably sitting there with finishing off that coffee going, I should have stayed up there until after Christmas. Or even the January transfer window. He might have brought somebody decent in. Anyway, all I can say is try and have a good night. Awful, but it can only get better after that first game. So let's see what we dish up. But I'll talk to you before the Roma game and catch you later. Hail, hail.